I'm a gentleman, so I pretend I play the game. Like, oh, like where do you want to go? Like, do you want to
That's a
go get
good
something to eat? Do you want to go back home? And she's like, where do you live? Now, the club isn't an area where you can just walk up and talk to somebody, because the way that you approach at a bar and the way that you approach in a club is very different. It's very different. At the club,
so
it's not
different.
about what you can say, but it's more about how you present your aura, right? Which is why, once again, if you're an extroverted person, you're good at presenting this aura, and then people notice it. They can see like your confidence without you even having to say a word. Now,
Mm-mm.
if you're a
The
more
circle over there starts
introverted
just like
person,
dancing everything too. Like me, I can't dance, and I know you're about to say something about if you introvert, extrovert, who cares? I want to know what people want to know is Carl. Are you introverted or are you an extroverted person in your opinion?
so in Korea, it's all about MBTI, the Myers-Briggs test, right? Which
MBTI.
is the 16 different personalities. Now, I personally think there are way more than 16 different personality types. To say that there's
Agreed.
only 16 with the vast amount of people in the world is absurd to me. But actually,
Bullshit.
my type is actually, I have two types. I'm either INTJ, I standing for introvert, INTJ, or ENTJ. So my I and E are very, very closely related. Like the percentage is like almost 50-50, right?
Mm,
So it really
yeah.
just depends. I can be introverted, I can be extroverted, right? So I'm ENTJ, INTJ. And interestingly enough, Chris, what's your MBTI?
So I need to stop laughing. I'm not drinking, by the way. I'm drinking some water. Funny enough, I'm also classified as an INTJ, right? As an INTJ, but also ENTJ 50-50. But you would think, see me trying to put my dance with everything, you would think that I'm extroverted, right? No, I'm actually not extrovert. I'm just 50%. Just like Kara says, it depends on my mood and my environment. Right now, I know I'm chilling. I got my, whatever background. I got my little cute little, let me get my hand right. Got my cute little Umbreon in the back right there, whatever. Like, I'm chill. I'm good. So, I'm more comfortable. I'm more chilled, to be my more extrovert self in a safe space. But if I don't like the environment, if I don't like you, I don't like what you're trying to do. If I don't like what you're trying to do, then I'm gonna be more introverted and just I'm good. I just don't want to deal with you. And like we say, only having 16 different ways to explain what I just said is kind of limiting as well. Because I might not be introvert, extrovert. I just don't like you. I don't need to give you my energy.
So when it comes to, a person being introverted or extroverted, what place is better? It ultimately depends on you. Extroverted people, I think it's better for them to go to clubs. But for more introverted people, it might be better to go to a bar, because introverted people, generally, they're really good at talking to people that they're close to. And when you go to a bar, oftentimes you're not going to the bar by yourself.
Right. And at the club as well, you can bypass a lot of the bar etiquette to if they're attracted to you at the club. I I'm not a club person. I can't dance, but I'll still go if I go with my friends, whatever. At the club, the things I see people do, the thing I see some guys do that are really confident themselves and actually have the skills to back up their confidence. I'm like, if I try at a bar, that can never work. It's almost as if it's more polarizing being at a club and using those techniques versus the polarization when it comes to being at a bar. It's weaker. The strength is weak at a bar. At a club is stronger. Either they like you a lot
Yep.
or they don't give a fuck about you. And then,
Yep.
when they say the worst thing they can say is no. Oh my gosh, just don't. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And something else
Oh
to keep
man.
in mind is there are different types of clubs. So, for example, in America, you have generally white people clubs, black people clubs, Latin clubs, etc. Right? Latin clubs, I would say, fall more into like the black people clubs. So, at white people clubs, basically nobody can dance, right? And this isn't to offend anybody, right? If you're white and you're listening to this, I'm sorry, right? I'm just trying to, say how it is. People generally can't dance. They're doing things like Johnny Bravo, do the monkey with me.
Hey, I like that.
I mean, but like, at black people clubs, like you have to know how to dance.
You
Because if you
get
don't know how
fucking
to dance,
ridiculed. Oh
yes,
my
that's right. Yeah,
god. Oh,
you're
that
gonna
happens to
get
me.
oh
Oh,
man, like you
that happens to
know.
me.
So
Oh man.
that's kind of something to keep in mind. Now, here in Korea, I would say the clubs more align with white people clubs because people don't really know how to dance here in Korea at the club. At the club, so that's actually good because that means your dancing skills don't have to be on point. You just have to have, like I said, a good presence, be attractive, and then there's still different ways that you approach compared to a bar. But dancing doesn't have to be your strong suit. If it is your strong suit and you can dance, then your presence is multiplied, right? But still, in Korea, it tends to be more like a white people club vibe. But in the West, then like if you're at a black people club, you need to know how to dance. It's imperative. But if you're at, a white person club, you could just get away with just being funny and quirky.
Yeah. Yeah, actually I summed it up as well. I remember looking at I remember looking at there was this time I had to go clubbing with my sister and cousins, and we went to a club in London. So man, I'm like, I can't dance. And because they both can dance, they're like, oh no, it's cool, it's cool. But they don't know how they don't remember what it feels like to not dance. That shit is petrifying for people like us that just can't straight up dance. So I'm here looking at like how to dance at a club for a black person. And so this guy was showing like, just have confidence in what you're doing. And he goes over something really simple, basic, like a little 1-2 step type of thing. And he does like some type of move with his hips, whatever. I'm like, cool. But he was saying the most important thing isn't the dance move, is just knowing that you feel comfortable doing these moves in the club. Because what people, if you're trying to pick a chick, what she knows is isn't really the dance move. She more knows is if you're giving off a positive energy type of vibe, or if you're very looking down, really scared how people think about whatever. And if you look unconfident, then it rubs off on them the wrong way, and then they get the magic 3-letter word, the ick. So going to the learning how to dance, going to a club in London, that was a big deal for me. Like I watched so many different YouTube videos. I tried practicing in my room, whatever. I tried to do all those different things as well. And I was like, all right, I got at least 3 dances down: 1-2 step, some hip movement, and some I don't know what the fuck it's called. I had 3 moves down, and we go to the club finally. And I'm like, all right, cool, I'm ready to go. I had my clothes on too, everything. Not this, because people get drunk at clubs. I don't like people ruin our clothes, whatever, spill alcohol or like smoke smelling things. But yeah, we get to the club. It turns out it was more of a white club. I was like, yes. I was like, yes, I'm saved. I'm saved. I was like, this is easy. My sister, my cousin, they're like, shit, this is the wrong place. I'm sorry, I don't want to take you guys here. I'm like, no, it's cool, it's cool. So I can just do whatever. And sure enough, I had these two. Who was it? You know what's funny? I wasn't even supposed to mention this at all. This story, it just came out. I had this one Asian chick and then this one white chick. They both came up and started like dancing on me, whatever. And like I said before, I was sticking to my 1-2 step at a time because they were playing like some faster tempo type of music, whatever it was. So I'm a little 1-2 step, whatever's going on, and it was good. Like I said, they approached me, which in any world, in any different world, if I was at a black club or a Latin club, nah, they weren't push me. They were just like, "What the fuck is this guy doing? like, who's this clown? Like, get him the fuck out!" Like, so yeah, just by me being confident in my 1-2 step, I was able to be polarizing enough to get these two people to be attracted to me, and they're here yelling in my ear. She makes the cameras focus on my ear. They're here yelling in my ear like, "Oh hey, what's your?" Okay, that's a good better camera angle. "Oh hey, what's your number? Oh, you dance so well. Like, are you from around here?" I gave my little Instagram and everything too. I'm like, the club's cool. The club's cool. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. So just it could work out in your favor sometimes if you just have the two things. If you do something that is, I keep saying polarizing because just strong attraction towards something. If it's working in your favor, then you can skip so many steps as well by if it works in your favor. Like I said before, at the club. And I'm not mentioning the black clubs. Like I was fucking terrible. I was atrocious at the black clubs. We you know that. I'm gonna throw it out there. So if I try that same type of transitioning back to the bar now, if I try to talk to those same two women at the bar, right then you already see it's different. I even said if I try to talk to them, which means I approach them first at a bar, it's completely different type of, I guess, game. A completely different type of game in general, trying to pick at a bar versus a club. And just by being a club, you can skip approaching, you can skip uh, talking, you can almost even skip trying to take them to the location to bring back your place. At the club, if you're a good dancer and they're feeling you, you skip one, two, three, and they might even say, let's go back to my place. Or they might
Yep.
say, let's go
And
somewhere else.
I myself have had positive experiences at both the bar and the club, both places. And I, like Chris, I'm not a dancer, and I'm not going to pretend to be because it's not
Hey,
my
brothers in
strong suit.
arms,
Yeah,
we can't dance.
my strong suit lies in like my ability to make a girl feel comfortable with my words. So, club, it's not for me.
And other body parts, people, and other body parts, but we won't mention that. Not public. Not public.
So for me, I remember I went to the club and actually I went there initially with my homie and we were having a good time. But then my homie was like, yo, bro, I got to go to another city, Busan, and I'll catch you later. So he just left me there at the club. So I'm by myself. So I'm kind of annoyed that he left, right? Because it's a little awkward when you're anywhere by yourself, especially
Right.
when you initially plan to go with
People.
someone else, right? But anyway, so I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna like chill, have fun, like dance to the music, and not worry about anything. So while I'm doing this, a girl approached me. She approached me and she was like, hey, my friend thinks you're really cute. And I looked at the friend. Friend, she was all right. She was cute. Not a baddie, but she was cute. And then I went over to talk to her and I was like, hey, like, your friend said that you thought I was cute. And she's like, yeah, like, oh my God, I want to dance with you so much. So we started dancing together at the club. And then, like I said, transitioning, making a lasting impression. So after dancing at this club for about maybe 10, 20 minutes, we go to another club because she said, hey, I really want to dance some more and I like the music at this club better. So we go to another club and we danced there for about an hour, right? And I'm having a good time, even though clubs, once again, they're not for me. But I'm having a good time because I'm with a girl. So it's like when you're with a girl, you can have a good time almost anywhere, right? And
Right.
after spending an hour at this club, she's like, hey, like, let's go. And then, I'm a gentleman. So I pretend, I play the game, like, oh, like, where do you want to go? Like, do you want to
That's a
go
good
get something to eat? Do you want to go back home? And she's like, where do you live? Oh, I don't live that far away. I live like 20 minutes away. Okay, let's go back to your place. So we go back to my place and, the rest was history, right? Now, that's my experience at the club. And like I said, at the club, it's easier because you just need this aura. I
It's
have
like
had more. Yeah, go ahead.
that aura thing is like, it's gonna sound kind of bad, but that aura thing is like moths to a flame almost. Not saying women are moths, but like when there's a flame, sounds bad as well. When there's a flame, flies are attracted to the flame. Change it up. Things are attracted to light. I'm gonna change it up. We're attracted to light. So different species, different beings of life are attracted to light. Cairo, when he had that aura, when he has little I don't want to say Dark Knight aura, but when he had this aura going on, they were attracted to it. So they went to it. They're like, they just like flew to a little thing, whatever, just like, I'm done. So, anyways,
Yeah,
continue with the story. I'm done.
yeah. But I've had more success in bars because, like I said, that's my strong suit. You, as a
Yep.
man, you have to play to your strengths. If you're
Play your
not good
hand.
at dancing, don't go to the club. If you're not good at talking, don't go to the bar. Play to your strengths because you'll see more success. So me and this same homie that I went to the club with, who abandoned me to go to another city.
Oh, a homie abandoned you. I didn't even know those two words could fit together in the
yeah,
same sentence.
yeah, But it's all
Man,
good because he for real is my homie, and I definitely understand his situation. He had to do like a video shoot, so it's
don't listen to
cool.
me. This is PR talk. Don't listen to him.
So we
I
went
don't
to
hear
a
this crap.
bar together, and at this bar, we're just chilling. Now, there's two sections to this bar. There's the outside area where people like smoke and like talk together, and then there's the inside area. And the inside area, obviously, people are talking together as well, but it's much louder because of the music and there's just a crowd of people. Now, I personally don't smoke. I don't like smoking. It's not for me. But still, this is where the people are, and it's easier to engage with them. So me and my homie, we see these two cute girls. And I'm like, yo, man, let's talk to them. Now, my homie, I don't know if he's E or I. I don't know if he's, extroverted or introverted. But I do know, although he doesn't tend to approach until like after he's had like a few drinks, once he has a few drinks in him, he's on fire. Like he's so good at talking. And not only is he good at just like having a conversation, making people feel comfortable, but his Korean is like on another level. Like he can speak Korean almost as well as he can speak English. Like it's crazy. But anyway, so I see these two cute girls. I'm like, hey man, let's talk to them. And I make the approach. I noticed the one girl, she has like a Pokemon like keychain or something like that. And I'm like, oh, like Pikachu or Bulbasaur or whatever Pokemon it was, is like one of my favorite too. But this girl could not speak English that well. She understood what I was talking about based off the context because like I pointed and gestured to it, right? And she's like, oh, like I like it too. And like this is like a very simple conversation. But like her friend spoke English much better. And this is the thing. When you're going out to the bar or club or whatever with your homie, it is an unspoken rule. You have to be willing to make the switch. Even though like I was initially attracted to like the one that I spoke to, because this girl could not speak English well, and the other person could, I had to make the switch because, like I said, my homie speaks Korean almost perfectly, and it's about having success as a team. You got to be a bro. You got to be a team player.
The number one thing you will never see, you would probably never see a woman by herself out. Yeah, you would probably
Yeah,
never see a woman by
it's
herself
very
out. It's
rare. It's very rare.
extremely, extremely rare. If she is out by herself, she's probably meeting somebody else.
Yep.
She's probably going somewhere else. She's either leaving, coming, or something.
Yes.
So if you are team me, you pretty much alienate the friend, and you pretty much lose the friend. And if you lose your friend, you lose the person you're going after as well. So you lose two people.
Yep.
Being team me, not being a broski, not being a homie, not being the wingman, whatever the fuck you want to say, you lose out on just the girl you're with. You lose out on so much more than that.
But anyway, so I'm with my homie, and then I made the switch without even talking to him because I knew it was for our best chance of success. And what wound up happening is, like I said, we had a lasting impression, good conversation, and we transitioned. It's always about moving from one location to another to make the night more memorable. So we went from this bar to another bar, but the bar that we went to was less crowded. There were hardly any people there. And it was more like a game bar where you could play things like Jenga, darts, pool, etc. So what did we do? We played games together. And now the girls, they're having a really good time. And after we finished all this, it was much easier for us to be like, hey, it's getting kind of late now. Do you want to go back to my place? So, mind you, here in Korea, I have a decent place, a decently sized place, right? I mean, you're looking at it, but it's a 3 bedroom place. And in Korea, it's very rare to have like this much space as a single person because it's generally like small living. Most people live in like studios unless they're with a family, right? So I have a
Right.
really large place. So it's easy for all four of us to go back to my place and continue like this memorable experience. And then the night ended with, he took the girl that he was talking to one room. I took the girl that I was talking to one room, and the rest was history. Because I played to my strengths. I know that I'm better at a bar, so it was easy to go to a bar to try to pick up. And not only did I play to my strengths, but I was a homie. I stopped talking to the girl who couldn't speak English because it doesn't make sense. In America, generally you're not going to have this language barrier problem. But still you'll run into the issue of when one girl finds your friend more attractive. And if the girl that you're talking to finds your friend more attractive, let it go. Because at the end of the day, although you might think that, oh, it's the first night we met, are they really going to be willing to come back to your place? If a woman is attracted to you, she doesn't need 2 or 3 dates to go and spend time with you before she realizes.
She knows right then and there. She knows right then and there. Exactly. How it goes. That's what I'm trying to say. They know. Yes. They also get horny like guys get horny as well. So just yes. Just it can happen is what we're trying to say. It can happen. And whatever you hear on TV, women are just as horny or even hornier than men, which I actually think is true as well. I think they're even more of a degenerate than guys are when it comes to like, sexual stuff as well. So yes, they will be willing to throw away all those different things about, oh, she's safe, blah, 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 if they're really attracted to you. But you need to get to that phase first as well. That point first as well, before you get to phase 1, transition to this location 2, transition to location 3. We're just trying to say that, yes, it's possible. Sorry for talking over you.
No, it's good. It's good. All right, I think that's
all
I have to say. No, I mean, like, that's how I feel too when talking about this.
But we'll see you guys around. Until next time. Peace. Hey, YouTube. If you like this episode and you want to see more, go check out our Patreon, where you can be coached by either me or Cairo about things not allowed on YouTube. Also, go check out our guidebook.
And if you want more of the foreign experience, check out our Patreon to receive access to full-length episodes and our Discord server where you can connect with broskiis just like you.